Hello everyone, magandang buhay sa lahat. Welcome na welcome po kayo dito sa aking Mathematics Tagalog tutorial. Sa video na ito ay papaliwanag ko po sa inyo the different laws of radicals. And there are four laws of radicals. We have the first law, second law, third law, and fourth law. So isa-isahin ko po itong ipapaliwanag sa inyo at magbibigay po ako ng example sa bawat law on how to simplify radical expressions using these different laws. Okay, so let's start with the first law of radical. So we have open and close parenthesis, and root of x raised to n is equal to x. Or n root of x raised to n is equal to x. So ano po yung sinasabi ng first law of radical na ito? Okay, kapag meron po tayong open and close parenthesis at meron po siyang outside exponent, at yung outside exponent na yon ay pareho dun sa index, all you have to do is you're going to cancel. Okay? Cancel natin yung exponent at yung index, siyempre kasama na yung ating radical symbol. So ang matitira po dito kapag cancel natin itong exponent at yung radical symbol with the index kasi pareho po sila, ang matitira po dito ay yung radicand na x. Okay? So ang magiging sagot po dyan ay x. Another way ay that i-divide lang natin yung exponent dun sa index. Okay? So divide natin n divided by n na index. Okay? So n divided by n, yun po yung magiging exponent ng radicand natin. So n divided by n is equal to 1. So may exponent pong 1 dito. Okay? So yun po yung other way kung paano po, bakit nangyari pong x ang maging sagot. Another way here is that n root of x raised to n. So kapag ang exponent ng radicand ay pareho sa index, all you have to do is you are going to cancel. So ang matitira po dito ay yung radicand na lang. Okay? Yung base ng radicand. Or you can divide n divided by n is equal to 1. Okay, so apply po natin in our first example. So we have open and close parenthesis, we have cube root of 5 raised to the third power. So notice, yung ating pong outside exponent is 3, ang ating pong index or yung root natin ay 3, you can cancel. Okay? So we can cancel 3 and then yung ating nth root na or cube root na symbol. Okay? So ang matitira po dito ay 5. So ang maging sagot po dito ay 5 or gawin po natin, sabi ko kanina, i-divide lang po natin yung exponent dun sa index. Kopyahin po natin yung radicand, 5. And then, i-divide po natin yung exponent dun sa index. So, 3 divided by 3, that is equal to 1. Okay? At kapag 1 po ang exponent, then you can remove. So, notice here, again, kakancel lang natin ito kapag pareho yung exponent at index, ang matitira ay yung radicand 5. Or, another way, sabi ko po, you're going to divide the exponent by the index. Okay? So, another one example, we have fifth root of 2 to the fifth power. Okay, parang ganito po. Ang exponent po ng radicand ay pareho dun sa index. So all you have to do is you're going to cancel 5 exponent and then the fifth root. Okay, so ang matitira po dito ay 2, yung radicand. Or another way, sabi ko, you're going to divide. Okay, if you're going to divide, 5 divided by 5, that is equal to 1. Okay? At kapag ang exponent ay 1, then you can remove. So notice here, 2 na lang po ang matitira dito. Okay? And that is the simplified form. How about this number 3 example? So we have square root of x raised to the 4th power, y raised to the 8th power. So wala pong index dito, meaning to say ito po ay 2, ito ay square root. So dalawa po yung ating radicand, x and y. So all you have to do is you're going to divide. Since magkaiba po yung exponent ng radicand natin dun sa index, but you can simplify by dividing the exponent to the index. So isa-isahin po natin. Okay, x at y. So for x, we have 4 divided by 2. At for y, we have 8 divided by 2. Okay, so 4 divided by 2, 8 divided by 2. And then, divide 4 divided by 2 for x, that is equal to 2. So x squared. And then sa y naman, 8 divided by 2 is 4. So y raised to the 4th power. So ang simplified form nito ay x squared y to the 4th power. Okay, so how about the second law of radicals? So we have nth root of xy is equal to nth root of x times nth root of y. So in our given, ang kanyang radicand ay xy. So pwede rin daw pala sa second law of radical, pwede rin pala na paghiwalin natin. Since ang operation between x and y ay multiplication. So we can separate nth root of x, then times nth root of y. So, pwede pong ganyan. So, paano po ba yan ina-apply kapag ang given po natin ay radical expression? We have this number 4 example. Cube root of 8x raised to the 6th power. Okay, so dalawa po yung radicand natin. Itong ating numerical coefficient na 8 at yung ating variable x raised to the 6th power. So, since dalawa po sila, we can separate. So, we have cube root of 8. Okay, ito po at cube root of x raised to the 6th power. Okay, pwede pong gamitin ito to simplify radical expression. So, what is cube root of 8? Cube root of 8, that is equal to 2. At ito naman pong cube root of x raised to the 6th power, sabi ko po kanina, dun sa first law of radical, you can divide the exponent by the index. So, i-divide natin yung 6 dun sa index na 3. Okay, at kukopyahin natin yung kanyang base na x. So, this become x raised to second power. So, 6 divided by 3, that is equal to 2. And this is the simplified form. Okay? How about this number 5 example? We have open and close parenthesis, square root of 8 times open and close parenthesis, square root of 2. So, yung open and close parenthesis na ginamit ko dito ay times. Okay, how about naman ganito yung given, magkahiwalay sila. Okay, pwede naman nating pagsamahin as a reverse. Ano po? Since ang 8 is not perfect square, ang 2 is not perfect square, subukan nating pagsamahin, saka natin isimplify, baka pwedeng ma-simplify. So, this will become, pwede pong magiging square root of 8 times 2. Okay? So, ito po yun. So, 8 at 2, pwede naman pong pagsamahin. Okay? Again, pag magkasama, pwedeng paghiwalay. Pag magkahiwalay, pwedeng pagsamahin. And multiply 8 times 2, that is equal to 16. So, we have now square root of 16. And 16 is a perfect square, right? So, what is square root of 16? That is equal to 4. So, the simplified form of this expression or radical expression is 4. How about this number 6 expression or radical expression? Square root of 18. 18 is not perfect square. So, paano po natin isi-simplify? So, we can use this second law of radicals. So, paghihiwalay natin, parang ganito po. 16, paghiwalayin. Ano po? Magkahiwalay, pinagsama. Pag magkasama po sila, product, pwede pong ifa-factor natin. So, yung 18, pwede po nating i-factor na ang factor ng 18 ay perfect square. So, pwede pong 9 times 2. 9 times 2 is 18. Actually, marami pong factors ang 18. Pero piliin po natin yung 9 times 2 because 9 is perfect square para ma-simplify natin. So, pwede pong paghiwalayin yan, pwedeng square root of 9 times square root of 2. Okay? And again, 9 is perfect square. Pwede pong kunin yung kanyang square root. Square root of 9, that is equal to 3. At ito pong square root of 2, since 2 is not perfect square, itabi na lang po natin dyan. So, magiging 3 square root of 2. And that is the simplified form of this radical expression. Okay, so how about this third law of radicals? So we have nth root of x over y is equal to nth root of x divided by nth root of y. So kapag ang ating pong radicand ay fraction, pwede pong ihiwalay o paghiwalayin. So pwede pong nth root of x sa numerator at nth root of y sa denominator. Okay, at syempre as a reverse, pwede rin pong pag magkahiwalay na ganyan, pwede naman po nating pagsamahin. Okay? So, paano po natin i-apply yan? Okay? Let's have this number 7 example. So, we have cube root of 27 over 8. So, 27 divided by 8 cannot be divided. Ano po? Wala pong exact value. So, pwede po nating paghiwalayin. Okay? So, pwede pong cube root of 27 sa numerator at cube root of 8 sa denominator. Okay? So, nasa numerator na po at denominator yung cube root. Now, 27 is perfect cube and 8 is perfect cube also. So, maisisimplify po natin yan. Okay? So, let's become cube root of 27 ay 3 at sa denominator, cube root of 8 that is equal to 2. Now, we have 3 over 2. Okay? Naisimplify na po natin itong ating radical expression. Okay? That is equal to 3 over 2. How about this number 8? Square root of 32 divided by square root of 2. 32 and 2 are both not perfect square. Pero paano po natin simplify? Okay, so dito po magkahiwalay sila. Sabi ko po kanina, kapag magkahiwalay sila, numerator, denominator, pwede pong pagsamahin. Ano po? Sa loob ng radical symbol. Okay, so let's become, pwede po yan na pagsamahin natin at gawin nating fraction itong 32 and 2. So 32 divided by 2. And we can divide 32 divided by 2. That is equal to 16. And notice here, 16 is a perfect square. So we can get the square root of 16 that is equal to 4. Okay, so the simplified form of this radical expression that is equal to 4. How about number 9 example? So we have variables as radicand. We have square root of m raised to the 9 power divided by square root of m raised to the 5th power. Sabi ko po kanina sa first law of radicals ay pwedeng i-divide yung exponent dun sa index. So 9 divided by 2 na index ay hindi po pwede. Ano po? Kasi 9 can be divisible by 2 and also 5 cannot be divisible by 2 here. Subukan nating paghiwalayin o pagsamahin kasi magkahiwalay sila. So pwede pong gawin natin na square root of m raised to n divided by m raised to 9 divided by m raised to the 5th power. Okay, so here pwede po nating i-simplify ito since pareho po yung base natin na m, applying the law of exponent, ang gagawin lang po natin dyan ay isusubtract natin yung exponent. So 9 minus 5 that is equal to 4. So magiging square root of m raised to the 4th power. So again, just subtract 9 minus 5 that is equal to 4. Kapag pareho po yung base natin. Ano po? Just copy the variable and subtract the exponent. Okay? And 4 here can be divided by the index 2. Okay, so what is 4 divided by 2? That is equal to 2. Siyempre, pag dinivide mo yung exponent dun sa index, tatanggal mo na yung radical symbol. Okay, at yung radical natin, yung base niya, ito po yung magiging expression na natin na final, and then yung result ng pag-divide natin sa 4 divided by 2, that's equal to 2, yun po yung magiging exponent niya. Okay, so that is the simplified form, m to the 2nd power. Okay, so how about this fourth law of radicals? So we have nth root of m root of x is equal to m root of nth root of x is equal to mnth root raised to the x power. So ano po yung sinasabi ng fourth law of radicals? So yung ating pong root ay naging dalawa. So nth root of m root. So dalawa po yung ating radical symbol. At meron po tayong radicand. Ano po? So, ang gagawin lang po natin dito ay you can interchange the index. Ano po? So, nth root of m root, pwedeng m root of nth root. So, pwede po nating paghiwalayin o interchange po natin, pagpalitin yung kanilang index. Or, pwede rin po na pagsamahin natin by using multiplication. Mn means m times n. So, pwede po nating pag-isahin yung ating radical symbol pero i-multiply po natin yung kanilang index. Okay, so gawin po natin in this number 10 example. So we have cube root of square root of 8. So ang 8 is not perfect square. Square root po kasi yung nandito sa pinakang loob. Siya po ay perfect cube pero yung cube ay nandito sa labas. So cube root of square root of 8. So gagawin natin since ang 8 ay perfect cube, pagpalitin natin yung index. So magiging ganito po yun. Yan, square root of cube root of 8. Okay, so yung square root lalabas natin at yung cube root dito natin sa loob. Okay, exchange natin yung kanilang index. Now, you can simplify cube root of 8. Meron pong cube root of 8 that is equal to 2. So ang maiwan po ditong radical symbol niya ay yung nasa labas, siyempre, yung square root of, yan, cube root of 8 that is equal to. So ang pinakang final answer natin dito ay square root of 2, then that is simplified form. Hindi po na pwedeng i-simplify yung square root of 2. Okay, so how about this number 11 example? Square root of cube root of 49. So the same way with number 10, ang 49 is not perfect cube, pero siya ay perfect square. Since yung square root ay nasa labas, cube root yung nasa loob, exchange po ulit natin to simplify. So pwede pong magiging cube root of square root of 49. Yan, pinagpalit po natin yung kanilang index. So, ngayon, magiging cube root yung nasa labas at yung square root nasa loob. Since ang 49 ay perfect square. Now, copy this radical symbol, yung nasa labas, cube root, and then kunin natin yung square root of 49. What is square root of 49? That is equal to 7. So, magiging, ang sagot dyan ay 7. So nawala po yung isa nating root, radical symbol. So naging isang radical symbol na lang. So we have cube root of 7. That is our final answer. How about this number 12? How about naman kapag ang given natin ay variable, okay, sa ating radicand? So yung 5 can be divisible by, yung 10 na exponent ng xi, pwedeng i-divide sa 5. Okay? Pero pwede rin naman nating apply itong law of radicals natin na kapag magkahiwalay na ganyan, pagsamahin natin by using multiplication. So multiply natin yung index. Anong index po dito? Square root, that is 2. Dito po ay 5. So 2 times 5, that is equal to 10. Okay po. So magiging 10th root of x raised to the 10 power. Okay, copy natin yung radicand. Okay, since magkasama na po yung ating radical symbol, then you can divide the exponent by the index. So 10 divided by 10, that is equal to 1. So ang magiging exponent ng x, that is equal to 1. Or kapag 1 po ang exponent, then you can remove 1 as the exponent. So ang simplified form ng radical expression na ito is just x. Salamat sa pod kaibigan. Kung nagustuhan mo yung video nito, please click like and subscribe kung bago ka pa lang po dito sa aking channel.